Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Heinrich and I'm the real nuclear physicist. Today's video will be taking another look at the dark underbelly of the internet, which is the Facebook science subreddit. The first photo we'll be taking a look at today is once again flat earthers who does not understand perspective. Now, taking an image, just putting two arbitrary lines on it saying that the sun 93 million miles away, and that correlates to this other distance having to be 93 million miles. That's not perspective. First of all, let's take a look at something that we know the size of, a tree or a building or anything that we can take into perspective view. We know this height of this tree is, let's say, 5 meters. Now drawing a line from the base of the tree to the top and then putting it on another point on this image and saying that, okay, this must also be 5 meters. That's not what perspective is. Perspective says something gets further away, the distances seem to decrease. So get something better, please. The next one we'll be looking at is something called living fossils. Now the caption on this image says, many living fossils, such as crocodiles, once shared the same world as dinosaurs. And since humans continue to live with crocodiles today, it's reasonable to believe that humans also shared the same world with dinosaurs. Let's first of all look at the definition of fossils, which is the preserved remains of prehistoric plants or creatures. To be remains means you have to be dead, so that you can't be a living fossil. Now claiming that the crocodiles are living fossils is completely incorrect, since we know the definition of fossils. And yes, crocodiles might be the closest living relative to dinosaurs. Might not mean they are dinosaurs though, does it? Going from humans living with crocodiles now to that means humans lived with dinosaurs back then, there's no logic to that. I mean, that just leaves me speechless. The only true thing I can say about this post is the response meme. Do you even science? The next one that we'll be taking a look at is globe earth proofs. And with this one, we've got proofs in parentheses. Globe earth proofs. There's curvature, but you'll never see it. There's a spin, but you'll never feel it. There's a space, but you'll never go to it. There's a force, but you'll never be able to measure it. Now looking at these proofs, I can say with 100% certainty they aren't correct. The earth has a curve, yes, but guess what? You can see it. If you go high enough, yes, you'll be able to see it. The earth has a spin, but you'll never feel it. Yes, the earth does have a spin. No, you don't feel it. Why? Because it's constant motion. Can you tell that a plane is moving at a constant velocity if you're in it? No, the only reason you can tell it is because you can hear the engines and you can look out of the window. Now, how do we tell the earth is spinning? We look at the stars. There's space, but you'll never get to go to it. If you have enough money, you can pay people and you'll be able to go to space. I just don't have the funds, otherwise I would have done it. There's a force, but you'll never be able to measure it. Well, that's blatantly incorrect. There's formula you can use to calculate the magnitude of the force that the earth exerts on you. There's a whole field of science that measures these forces on a daily basis. So, come on guys, I mean, you're making this way too easy. The next piece of Facebook science we'll be taking on is how flat earthers once again get completely confused. If the heat from the sun travels 93 million miles to the Sahara Desert, then it's absurd to think that it couldn't travel another 4,000 miles to Antarctica. The difference is only 0.0004%. If the heat we experience from the sun was proportional to the distance that we are away from the sun, then if we would have traveled higher to higher altitudes, like let's say the peak of Mount Everest, then at that peak we would not have snow and freezing temperatures. In fact, the Sahara Desert would then be up there. Now, the heat from the sun is radiative heat. How do we feel radiative heat? It's energy transferred to particles. Why is the upper atmosphere cold? Because there's less particles in the lower atmosphere. Now, going on to the Sahara Desert versus Antarctica. If you look at where Antarctica is and where the Sahara Desert is, you'll see that the angle that the sun comes in to the Sahara Desert is much steeper than it is at Antarctica. And the intensity of the light that we feel is proportional to the incidence angle. The next one, as well as the last part of Facebook Science for today, is somebody that completely failed biology. A good thing, I'm completely free of mRNA, and that's an even better thing. Now, like I said, I think this person completely failed biology, or maybe never had biology as a subject. Now, mRNA, M standing for messenger, RNA, ribonucleic acid. mRNA is a vital part in your body for protein synthesis. The only reason I think somebody would be so blatant to post something like this without even knowing what mRNA is to make a jab at COVID vaccines. Thanks everybody for watching another video. If you enjoyed it, remember to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm Heinrich, I'm the real nuclear physicist, and I'll see you next time.